All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking all about breaking into the world of computer networking. If you've ever thought about building a career that literally runs the internet, well, you are in the perfect spot. So let's just start with that big question, right? We all use the internet every single day, but how do you actually build a career running the thing? How do you prove to a company that you've got what it takes to manage all those routers and switches that make it all work? For a ton of IT pros out there, the answer is right here. The CCNA. The Cisco Certified Network Associate is so much more than just a certificate. It's the industry standard, a globally recognized badge that basically tells the world you get how networks really work. It's your key to the kingdom. Okay, so let's really get into it. To understand why it's so valuable, we got to break down what the CCNA actually is, why people call it the gateway to a networking career, and what it really means in today's IT world. First thing you need to know, we're talking about the modern version, exam code 200-301. See, a few years back, Cisco simplified everything. So now, instead of a bunch of different specialized CCNA exams, there's just one single test that covers all the core skills you need for today's networking jobs. And this is the perfect way to see where the CCNA fits in the grand scheme of things. Think of it like a ladder. The CCNA is that critical second rung. It's a huge step up from the entry-level stuff, and it's the solid foundation you need before you even think about the pro-level certs like the CCNP or the legendary expert-level CCIE. This is the one that really gets your career moving.
All right, you know what it is, you know where it fits. So, what do you actually have to learn to pass this thing? This is your study blueprint. We're going to break it down into the 6 main pillars of knowledge you've got to master.
This chart gives you an awesome bird's eye view. You can see right away where Cisco puts the most weight. IP connectivity, which is really all about routing, that's the biggest slice of the pie, at a quarter of the exam. Then you've got 2 other big ones, network fundamentals and network access. And the other domains, things like security and automation, well, they just show how up-to-date and comprehensive this cert really is. So let's just lock these in your brain, okay? These are the 6 official domains you're going to live and breathe. Network fundamentals, network access, IP connectivity, IP services, security fundamentals, and finally, automation and programmability. Pretty much everything you study is going to fall into one of these buckets. And that brings us to the most important part, right? The how. So now we're going to lay out a super simple 5-step game plan to take you from wherever you are right now all the way to being CCNA certified. Here it is, your path to success. 1. Get the basic knowledge down. You don't need other certs, just, be comfortable with the computer. 2. Treat that official exam blueprint from Cisco like it's your Bible. 3, and this is a big one, get real hands-on lab experience. 4, go register and pass the thing. And 5, keep your skills sharp and recertify. See, it's a totally manageable process when you break it down. I really want to pause on step 3 for a second, because if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, please make it this. You absolutely positively cannot pass the CCNA just by reading books. It's not going to happen. This is a practical, hands-on exam, and you have to spend a serious amount of time actually configuring things. So how do you get that experience? Well, the #1 place to start is Cisco Packet Tracer. It's this amazing network simulator, and the best part? It's totally free. It is an essential tool for sure. I mean, sure, you could go buy a bunch of used routers and switches, but you really don't have to anymore. The simulators are just that good. And this is what that hands-on work actually looks like. You're going to get very familiar with the command line interface, or CLI. This command right here, for example, is how you set up something called Network Addressed Translation, or NAT. It's a core skill. Getting comfortable just typing out commands like this is completely non-negotiable. Now, once you pass, your CCNA is good for 3 years, and keeping it active is actually pretty flexible. You've got options. You can retake the exam, you can pass a higher level exam like a CCNP module, or you can earn what they call continuing education credits. The whole system is really designed to make sure you keep learning and your skills stay fresh. Okay, time for the million-dollar question. How long is this whole thing going to take? And the honest-to-goodness answer is, it really depends on where you're starting from. So let's try to map it out. This chart gives you a really good ballpark estimate. If you're a total beginner, brand new to IT, you should probably plan for about 6 to 12 months to really learn it all from the ground up. Now, if you're already in IT, maybe working a help desk job, you could probably get it done in 4 to 7 months. And if you're a student who's already got some of the theory down, you might be ready in as little as 3 to 5 months. Just find yourself on the chart and set a realistic goal. So, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Now let's talk about the most important thing, your very first step forward. It's all about making a mental shift, a shift from just passively learning the material to actively doing it. So what does doing the material look like? It looks like this number, 60%. Seriously, if you walk away with just one piece of advice, let it be this. A successful study plan gives 60% of its time to hands-on lab practice. That's the secret sauce. That's what turns theory into a real skill. And that, my friends, is your key to success. Look, the path to a career in networking is right there in front of you, and the CCNA is the starting line. It's a challenge for sure, but it is an incredibly rewarding journey that can absolutely change your career. So, the only question left is the one right there on your screen. Are you ready?